Good morning, it's Scotty Bones, and I'm headed up to the corner to catch the Colectivo bus to La Peñita, and then from La Peñita I will connect with the Pacifico bus, and I'm headed to a town called Compostela, which is about 30 miles up into the hills, mountains. I think it's about 800 to 1,000 feet elevation, or meters, so 2,500 to 3,000 feet elevation, and it's a coffee growing region. I'm going to visit coffee shops and hopefully some coffee producers.
Voy a salir.
Cafecito Mile, pretty good. Pretty standard average coffee, not specialty, but a decent blend. So go there if you want to. It's in Compostela. It's a cool little town. I think it's got about 15,000 people in it. It's a Pueblo Mágico, a magic town, but it doesn't look like there's many people here, tourist-wise, experiencing the magic, except for me, of course. This is like Coffee Row. There's 3 or 4 coffee stands right here in the middle. You can sit there and drink coffee, and it's pretty nice, although none of it looks like it's specialty coffee, so rats. I think I just found the municipal market. Maybe I'll look for some breakfast inside here. I swing both ways. Taco de chorizo, taco de panela. It's cheese from this nice lady here at Loncheria Tete. Very nice. I'm out here on the edge of town in Compostela, and I ran across this maguey. I'm assuming it's a patch of maguey of some variety, which will be making tequila or mezcal or something. Doesn't look like they're keeping up on it much. Let's go see if we can find the band that's rocking out up here. Have your event right here at the Salón de Eventos La Huerta. You probably get that band to play for you too. And get some ears of corn while you're at it. Some delicious grilled elote. Or if you take it off of the cob and serve it in a little cup, it's called esquite. Esquites. And they put grated cheese on it, they put mayonnaise on it, they will put toasted grasshoppers on it, and hot chilies on it if you want. But sometimes I would recommend stopping them from putting mayonnaise on it, because you don't always know how long the mayonnaise has been sitting out. Antiguo Camposanto de la Ciudad. This is where the old hospital of Indios, of the pure and clean conception, and the capilla of Our Lady of Morenos, of brown-skinned people. It was built in 1679. They got some nice dream catchers here. And look what we have over here. Super cool house. This is the kind of stuff I like. pattern break. Look at that cool front yard. Man, very cool. It's the only house I've seen like that on this street in this town. I always love it when people just shove plants wherever they can. Pretty awesome. They're getting ready for the Revolution Day party tomorrow. November 20th was the beginning of the 1910 revolution. This is where memories are made. Boom. It'll be a fun day in Compostela tomorrow. I just visited the Regional Museum of Compostela in Nayarit, and it's pretty small, but they've got a lot of cool stuff made out of clay, figurines, bowls, stuff like that. Some cool illustrations from an anthropologist that studied the area back in the early 1970s. And the museum's on the south corner of the plaza. So if you come here, look for the fuchsia colored building. Look who we have there. It's Dr. Simi. He's the mascot of the Farmacias Similares. It's a chain of pharmacies. And an artist from Pachuca is the guy that came up with that character. And he's famous. It would be just the equivalent of Walgreens having a mascot and jumping around out in front of Walgreens or Rite Aid Pharmacy. But his name is Dr. Simi. I scored some coffee from the specialty coffee roaster here in Compostela. I'm going to end this video today with a little talk about some coffee I bought up in the town of Compostela, Nayarit. It's a brand called La Heredera. Let's check it out. The La Heredera, that means the inheritor. Finca Pajaritos, Little Bird Farm. So here you can see Café de Especialidad, specialty coffee, red honey. What that means is that the coffee has been semi-processed. So they take the cherries when they harvest the fruit and they take the skin off and leave the sticky part of the fruit on there, which is called the mucilage. They dry the coffee on racks with the mucilage intact, and it's sticky, so they have to turn the coffee frequently while it's drying so that it doesn't ferment on the racks and get moldy. Once it's dry, then they can go ahead and process it with a machine that takes the skin off it, and once the skin's off, then you have the green coffee underneath, and that's the coffee you can roast. This one here is called Natural, specialty coffee, natural process. Natural process coffee is when they leave the entire fruit intact. The natural process is when they pick the fruit of the coffee and dry it with the entire fruit intact. So the skin is on it, and it takes longer to dry because the skin and the mucilage is on it. It gives it a delicious, fruity, sort of dried fruit, plum, prune flavor. different than the washed coffees, because the washed coffee, everything is processed off the coffee and then it's dried with nothing on it, so it's a much more smooth flavor. And those are the beautiful coffees.